Hi everybody and welcome to this overview of hybrid cloud possibilities. Today we are going to talk about the possibilities that Azure can give you for your hybrid solutions. And hybrid is the work that you do in the edge, but also in the cloud. And it's what you need to have an environment, to have visibility, but also the possibility to run it everywhere. My name is Karel de Winter. I'm a cloud solution architect working for Dexmach. And I help customers to successfully migrate and also adopt the Microsoft Azure platform within their organizations.
Yeah, and I'm Hendrik Tillman. I'm a cloud solutions architect here at Dexmach too. My main focus here at Dexmach is mainly data center modernization, and of course everything about Azure Arc is a big factor in that one. So we'll see today. We have a quick agenda. First of all, we're going to start with an overview of what Azure Arc is. Maybe see how we can define a strategy about going hybrid in the cloud. And next we'll see a use case for one of our manufacturing customers. We're actually going to see why Azure Arc was a great benefit for them and how it helped them. Hybrid, multi-cloud, what are the benefits of that?
First of all, you need to have a strategy. And as a company, going hybrid or staying on premises mean that you need your data in your own data centers on premises, that the data cannot be in another country, for example. So that's why it's very important to have the regulatory compliancy and also data sovereignty. And then we see a lot of benefit in the low latency that you can have when your data stays on premises. But you can leverage all the cloud possibilities that we will talk about later in this video. But also it's very cool that you can now start with your application modernization and even your data center modernization to have in place when you go for a hybrid strategy. So you can benefit of the cloud capabilities. You can use a lot of tools that are already in place. Like for example, you can have your business continuity plan that is expanded to a cloud platform, that you can have a site recovery to have your workloads not only on premises, but also in your cloud environment. A very big topic now is that you don't have a vendor lock-in. So you have, with this hybrid strategy, you have the freedom to use more than one public cloud.
Okay, yeah, sounds very good, because what we've seen at Dexmach at least is also, a lot of customers have a multi-cloud strategy. As you mentioned, we don't want to have the vendor lock-in there. Yeah. But we'll also have customers like, for example, the one we're going to talk about later on, that really have benefit of having still on-premises components, but can leverage the cloud at least to up their game, let's say. Yeah, so we've seen that hybrid is a big thing now. If you just look at the numbers there, you can already see like 90% of the enterprises currently depend on hybrid for their workloads, because at least at Dexmach we've seen that going cloud is a good idea. Cloud first mindset is very strong, but you can't move everything to the cloud. Azure Arc really closes the gap between what we have on-prem or in other cloud environments and the Azure cloud. It provides us with one single control plane where you can see all our servers, on-prem servers in there. We have our stack environments eventually, if you have some running there, or we have our IoT on the edge running on-prem. Everything is visible there, just in one single pane of glass.
Yeah, so it's not only visible, but you can also do things with it, right? Yeah. So you have your central operations that you can perform on those workloads that are Arc enabled. That's how we call it. But you can also have your cloud native apps that are sitting in your on-premises data center that you can manage from an Azure environment. So that's very important, that you can use, for example, the GitOps approach to push your application not only to a Kubernetes cluster, for example, that is hosted in Azure, but also in another cloud provider or in even an on-premises environment. So that's very cool to do. And then you have not only the Kubernetes environment that you can onboard, but also the data services where a lot of things are happening right now. So you can have, for example, a SQL managed instance that's not hosted in Azure, but hosted in your on-premises environment. So very cool things there.
Yeah. Like Carl just says, then we have really our Arc-enabled infrastructure. So really the components we have on-prem, visible in the cloud, where you can also apply policies to leverage the Arc there for that case, for those cases. And then the newer, yes, the services themselves. They're every week, I think, recently they announced new enabled services like functions and
the logic apps.
Logic apps, indeed. And just brings everything together in one single pane of glass, where one single control pane at least, to your environment that you're used to working in. But
it's very important that you have a hybrid strategy. If you want to start with enabling those services in your on-premises environment, you first need a good strategy. First step is, have you already migrated to Azure? Are you using cloud workloads or not? So you have your governance in place there. The other important point is that you can leverage the unified operations, as you said, and that you have your management with Azure Arc. So you have your Arc-enabled servers or your data services. So you can manage them from one place. So you start in the cloud, and then you not only manage your cloud resources, but also your on-premises resources. And like I said, building cloud-native apps, not only to a cloud platform or to another public cloud platform, you can also build your cloud-native apps to your on-premises environment. And in that way, you automatically modernize your data center, you modernize your applications, and you have one single pane of glass, like you said. In your strategy, it must be that you have your modernization of your data center.
Yeah. Okay, so let's have a quick look now. One of our customers, there's a customer we have that's in the manufacturing industry. Currently, they had some issues there. They migrate a lot of components already to the cloud, but some of them still need to be on-prem.
So what are the benefits then for that customer?
Well, for this customer in case, they had some issues with latency, for example. They had some impact where devices, when they had a certain amount of latency, were not functioning properly anymore, or it's like overly react. In that case, having the server still on premises is a big advantage, of course. They were also, we could enable some policies on that server, so everything was governed from one single point in the cloud. We can just enable those policies to make sure that all the servers on-prem at least were secure. We can leverage for them. We did a small policy there that from the moment the server was Arc enabled, it was visible in the portal. It would automatically trigger policy to install anti-malware. So, and that makes sure then your on-prem servers are as protected as the ones in the cloud.
Security is a big topic. It always has. So that's why now in a hybrid environment, you can also leverage Security Center, for example, to also manage your on-premises resources that you have.
And then of course, with on-premises resources now with Azure Stack API, for example, it's a next big step we're taking. You just don't have, everything needs to be in the cloud, but you can actually bring the cloud on-prem. So,
it's good to know that the Azure Stack family consists of 3 members. So you are talking about the Azure Stack API, but we are implementing the Azure Stack API solution. But you also have the Azure Stack Edge for your IoT devices, for example. But the Azure Stack Edge is a cloud-managed appliance, where the Azure Stack API is more a hyper-converged solution. So you have all your hardware components in one package. And in that way, you can scale your hardware very quickly. It's managed as one cluster. You can have multi-clusters that are stretched in one side, for example. So the benefits with Azure Stack API are very huge. And then you have the Azure Stack Hub. That's a cloud-native integrated system. That's something else that's fully managed by Azure, while the Azure Stack API is an OS on itself, where you can have create your cluster and then run your workloads on it. Even a Kubernetes environment, so even your cloud-native apps.
So sounds great. If you want to get more familiar with Azure Arc and everything around Azure Stack and Azure Stack API, for example, Dexmark offers a 3-day workshop where we're actually going to have a quick, more deep dive into all these components. There's also going to be a more specific focused on your organization. What is the benefit for your organization? How you can apply everything we've seen.
And making a plan also.
voila, to really see how you can start adopting for your organization, of course. And then, on the last day, it's going to be a little bit more hands-on, getting everything ready, prepared for you. So you're ready to start implementing everything. The solution can be found on the marketplace, but to make everything easy for everybody, you're going to place a quick link just below in the comments here.
Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.